Welcome to part 2. My first key thing is that the three fat black ladies are all cultists, and they convert Lily and Rosaline into their cult that worships like honey or something. And don't even try to argue that this isn't a cult, because they have those ceremonies where they show veneration and devotion to a particular object or idol. In this case, that goddamn statue they have. Let me just refute some arguments that some people who like the book give me when I say the book is bad. Some people will try to tell me, it's about racial discrimination in the South. Now, I don't really see how that makes the book any better, but let's say that if the book is about racial discrimination in the South, it's better. I have to point something out. This book isn't about race. It's about assholes. With the exception of Zach, the only other character that I actually liked in this book, every time an African American person gets in trouble with the police in this book, they're always engaged in some form of douchebaggery when they're apprehended. And even when these people are apprehended, there's no big legal battle or aided form of deliverance. The police are just like, make sure he doesn't do it again, and then they give him back. It's really sort of odd because it's just like a hiccup. It's just there. You're reading, you're like, oh, Lily was looking at the bees, and then, oh my god, Zach's been arrested by the police. Oh, make sure he doesn't do it again. Lily looked at the bees again. I might as well explain Zach and point out the one good part of this book because I'm reviewing it and I have to say what's good about it as well. Zach, he's my favorite character because he actually has a drive and a goal, unlike all the others. He has a noble goal, he wants to be something. Zach wants to be a lawyer, and he's African American, so obviously it's hard during this time of racism. And I can respect that. It's a guy trying to overcome adversity and be good at something and be something in life. That's the story I would have liked to have heard. But instead, I got a story about fat, cultist beekeepers who sit on their ass all day and worship the Black Virgin Mary. Another argument people have when they say this book is good is that, well, it's not for boys, it's for girls. That is the most pathetic argument ever. You can't argue that because something has a demographic, it's good. That's like saying Hostel is good because sadists like it. Fuck that. Fucked up sadists like it. I know some sadists who are alright. If something is truly good, it has to be able to exceed its demographic and reach other audiences. Let me give some examples. How about Sleeping Beauty? That's a movie made for kids and usually girls, but I can see that that's a great movie. I'm neither a kid or a girl. And When Harry Met Sally, that's a movie obviously made for women, but I can see that that's great. Okay, I'm just gonna get to the ending because I'm done with this book. Oh wait. Spoiler alert, man. You don't want this spoiled for you. Now, before I bequeath you with this ending, let me tell you a story. Well, I got to the last 30 pages, and I was pretty fed up. I didn't really want to read any more of this. Actually, the only thing that got me to the last 30 pages was every 2 or so pages, I'd just be like, what were the names of the first 4 Led Zeppelin albums? I didn't have names, Reggie. They had numbers. So I'm at the last 30 pages, and I'm like, oh, sorry, SparkNotes, I'm not reading this. So I go to SparkNotes, right, and I read the little synopsis they have. And this is a true story. I'm actually not making this up. I read the ending, and I seriously can't believe it. I can't believe it to the point where I thought it was a joke, so I read the actual ending. And it matched it. So, this is the ending. One day, Lily answers the door, and oh shit, it's T-Ray. Now, instead of just smacking her in the mouth and beating her ass, he decides to have a conversation with her and reward her by telling her what really happened to her mother. Now, do you want to know the twist? Do you want the truth? I don't think you can handle the truth. Are you ready? Can you handle it? Can you? Okay, here it is. It turns out that Lily, when she was 1, accidentally shot her mom. I'm not joking. What pisses me off even more about this is, now, How can you argue that T-Ray isn't allowed to be pissed off at Lily? She shot his wife. So then T-Ray leaves and is never seen again. What? Are you kidding? He followed her across the country and then he doesn't even take her back? He just wanted to tell her that? Fuck this book, man. No way. No fucking way. He has the patience. He must be like the Pope or something in disguise, man. Wow. The patience of a saint. A true follower of God, man. Turn the other cheek. To the extreme. If he told this to Jesus, even Jesus would be like, you did what now? It's mind-boggling. The Secret Life of Bees is a terrible book that you should never read. And hey, if you can't take my word for it, take Nicolas Cage's. This is a recording of him being forced to read The Secret Life of Bees. Be warned, it's very graphic.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!